Good morning, everybody. This is Connor from Futures Analytica bringing you guys another live futures trading strategy. We're going to be trading my large account today, obviously with live money, and we're taking a small break from our small account challenge. Let's jump right here into the day. In regression mode, we're going to be arming it in both directions. We have decreased our take profit and stop loss to 4 ticks on both sides. Just got filled into our first trade here. We're using 7 contracts. Just got filled on that one up to $320 on the day. Hi, Solano. Thank you for the question, which was, what is the difference between horizontal and diagonal imbalance calculation? So the difference between these two is that diagonal imbalance calculation takes 1 tick from this side and calculates it based off of the right side in a diagonal format, meaning they're not next to each other. Horizontal takes the 2 ticks and compares them directly to each other. The reason why we use horizontal on NQ futures is due to the fact that we use tick stacking. Diagonal is actually the correct usage, but with tick stacking, that's not really correct at all. You're actually going to get a more accurate way of measuring imbalances with the horizontal method. Hey, Evan, this is actually not my small account. We swapped and we updated our brokerage, so we have this is a different number account than our normal small account. Just got filled into a short position here. We were connecting to NinjaTrader before on the legacy gateway, which showed our full name and then that exact number, 308449. But now we're connecting with the updated gateway, and we just have it natively say 308449, just like our small account. I believe my small account product, or not product number, I believe the account number is 311442. You can see we ended up losing a trade there. Just got filled into a short position here. Ended up winning that one. Yeah, that would have been funny if I was trading on my small account and had this much leverage on accident. But, I guess that would have been more of a happy accident. But would have been a little unfortunate, as I don't think that would have been a really solid representation of how the strategy's traded. Just got filled into a long position here. Getting some solid back-to-back wins here, up to 1790 on the day. Yeah, that would have been pretty funny, Evan. Or we would have blown up our small account. I don't think that even with the small account balance I have, I'd be able to use 7 contracts of leverage. Um, I think the maximum would have been 3 contracts. Just lost another trade there, down to 1300. Hey there, Pio Carpus. Thank you for the question, which was, can I use 2 computers with our software? I'm traveling often for a long period. Yeah, you absolutely can. We have additional machine IDs available for a heavily discounted rate. But Usually the strategy is only available on one computer, but you can pay an extra something like $100 and something to get access to two at the same time. Or you can get Sierra Link, which gives you a free machine ID to use anywhere in the world. Hey Jed, thank you for the question. Um, I'm not sure where you received that information, but yeah, you would get the same machine learning model as me. Just got filled there up to 2078. Hey Elad, thank you for the question. So this right side floating bar here, which was your quote, which is actually called the pullback bar, highlights the most recent price movement in a pullback. So that helps us in determining the most recent price movement if we're just looking at price action. You can see that this bar keeps getting repopulated every time the bar changes direction. So this helps us filter out and look for imbalances that are actually happening on the bar, and we can actually make mode decision changes based on that. You can see here very, very strong. Um, Apologize, looks like we got a actual tick population there. So what I was saying is no longer valid, but we'll wait for something actually here to appear that can help us with that. Getting a lot of fills today. I'm actually using only one stacked imbalance to trigger today, so that's why I'm getting a lot of fills. Just got filled into a short position here. Up to 3,300 on the day now. Super solid so far. Hey, Johnny, thank you for letting me know about that. I will look into this right after the stream. Hey, Copu, that is correct. The strategy does combine those two factors. And switching from range bars to tick charts has been better from a machine learning perspective. The strategy knows what's going on with market volatility a lot more. That being said, if you don't wish to use machine learning, I highly recommend using range bars as it is visually easier to trade. So there's the trade-off with that. This is the perfect volatility to trade the strategy. It is not too high and not too small. You can see here that we've just been getting really, really consistent trades. Market did pretty well yesterday. Yeah, we're just getting some seriously solid trades today. Hey Cody, I use one singular model for ES, so I don't swap the two based on volatility, as machine learning is supposed to predict, sorry, it's supposed to model the volatility for me, so I don't have to change my settings every day. That being said, if you want to switch trade strategies, like if you're going to drastically change your ATM strategy to be a longer time frame, then you might want to look into having multiple models. Hey Modi, make sure to use the AC4 Plus template that you are provided if you want to get the exact same levels that are on my screen. Do 5,200 on the day here. I think I'm going to push it a little bit further here and see how far we can get. Just absolutely back-to-back fills here. You can see my account name right here if you guys are curious in that, along with timestamped executions. Okay, definitely swapping there into trend as that large volatility spike here. Hey, Kopu, thank you for the question. So with the delta divergence, those two factors are calculated simultaneously. So both of those things have to be true for you to actually get into a trade if you have that option selected, which is to enable scanning for delta divergences. Hey, Mark, that would probably be a question for looking back at your trades and really doing some introspective work on where exactly mode switches were happening and why that was going on, and then looking at the imbalances and what machine learning was optimizing to at that point. You may want to reset your model and actually just trade the default model without incremental learning on at all and see where that can get you. Hey, R. Cavallero, thank you for the question. You're going to use the same stop loss and profit for the ATM you use for trading. Sometimes you may want to use a singular, or sorry, a one tick increase in your take profit just to try and edge out the slippage there and try and compensate for that. Hey, yet Ben's your question was, when you were trading on NQ, did you use the same model? And if so, did you previously train it in trend or regression mode? So that being said, I did not trade this same model on NQ. It's a totally separate model as those two are not correlated. See here, we lost two trades in a row there, back down to 5,700. Hey Albert, your question was, do you check override existing trading or training when trading normally? Thank you. So that option actually doesn't do anything in normal trading. That only has an effect in optimize mode, or sorry, not optimize mode, training mode. Hey Drake, thank you for your question. Just curious, could you let me know exactly what trading methodology you're using to have that happen? Try and go for one more trade here if we can win it. That's just some seriously explosive volatility here. Um, it's exactly what we want to see. Up to $7,300 on the day now, with 7 contracts, so using a crap ton of leverage. But I'd say that is probably one of my best trading days yet. just absolutely loving how the market is doing right now. Now my long-term stocks are obviously not doing super well. I think I'm actually after my futures trading this week, I think I'm not even at break even because of how down I am from the current correction on the stock market. But I'm not too worried about it. All my long-term stuff, I'm in it for 10 plus years from now. So that's not really that big of a deal to me. Really, what I'm trying to make sure is that I still have cash flow. And that's really what futures trading provides for me. I save almost half of what I futures trade. I don't spend any of that. So half that goes directly into my long-term investments. But you can see here that we had a pretty solid day today. And thank you guys for tuning in. I am extremely excited about the current developments in the anti-spoofing strategy. It has been absolutely ridiculous what we've seen. It plays out like almost like clockwork. You can see the spoofing appear, and you can see the strategy kind of work down to try and take advantage of those spoofers. And just with the amount of liquidity retail has, I think this could actually cause like a new paradigm in the market in terms of how we see things happen. Um, but guys, thank you so much for this. Appreciate you guys tuning in.